Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
It is Monday, the 13th day of December 2010. We've got record cold temperatures across much of Europe, England, Canada, the United States. As you know, the Metrodome in Minnesota collapsed due to the record amounts of snow that had fallen on it, the snow and ice. On the TSA front, India protests U.S. frisking of top diplomats. But again, this will create a discrimination issue if they allow the diplomats to not be frisked. Of course, diplomats, when they're flying on private aircraft, cannot be frisked, and diplomatic pouches cannot be searched. I mean, why let bus drivers drive buses? We need TSA on board to make sure they don't use the bus as a weapon. But then who watches the TSA? Our new federal police force that's now fanning out into the streets of America. So we're going to be discussing that as well. Also, Cablegate information immunization program, getting us ready for all the corruption to come out. We've already seen the system basically doing that, admitting, oh, we grow the opium in Afghanistan. Oh, the government makes fake bin Laden videos. Great article by Max Axiom up at Infowars.com dealing with that. Yesterday on the Sunday broadcast, I got some into the real shadow ruling government on this planet. And I want to get back into more of that briefly coming up at the bottom of the hour, and the fact that people are in denial about these financial mega powers that are operating in the shadows, but more and more are coming out into plain view. Of course, I discussed mainstream news from 2 years ago where the Queen of England went in with her Governor General and just shut down the Parliament, not once but twice, and said, you vote the way I want or you're disbanded and I'll take full dictatorial control. Oh, a nice old lady that likes to knit. It's the same thing in the Netherlands. The Queen can take over the government anytime she wants. She owns, along with the Queen of England, Dutch Royal Shell and BP. They both own large stakes or controlling stakes in those. I mean, think about it. The Queen of England, with all these dozens of commonwealths, rules them, and you can have a parliament as long as you do what we say and as long as you pay us the taxes. But then you talk to a Brit or a Canadian or an Australian, most of them go, the Queen doesn't run anything. Oh, conspiracy theory when it's in plain view. It's the same thing with the private banking cartel that controls our society. We're going to get into the economy, obviously. More and more economists have to admit there's no way to pay back this global mega debt. There's no way to pay off these over $1,000 trillion that the central bankers have created. And notice as soon as these lawsuits got filed against bankers that worked with Bernie Madoff in this scam. Oh, Bernie Madoff ran the $100 billion plus scam all by himself, and his sons didn't know. But one of the sons hung himself with a dog collar. And again, if you believe that news came out on Saturday. If you believe that, ladies and gentlemen, I got oceanfront property I'm ready to sell you. It's not in Arizona. It's on the moon. And there's a swimming platform out there made of cheese. I mean, this is ridiculous. So if I ever get hung by a dog collar or hung from the London Bridge like that one banker did a decade or so ago, please remember, I'm never going to kill myself. I've got a zest and a gusto for life. And I want to be clear, I'm never going to kill myself. So we're going to be discussing some of that coming up today as well. Obviously, we've got the incredible Ice Age news that is unfolding and taking place. We've got the war on terror, climate and energy, incredible news on the health front. I tried to get to this yesterday, but I will today. More from the UN on forced relocation. We've got Charlotte Iserbyt popping in for just 30 minutes today. She's basically about to completely retire, so we're getting her on while we can. And we're just going to talk for 30 minutes about solutions against the federal corporate takeover of education. Then we've got Robert Groden on in the last 30 minutes. But the rest of the broadcast will be news, your phone calls, and a lot more. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about the delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. I've told you for years that eFoods Direct has the best storable food on the planet. Now it's that time of year again, and their holiday special is here. They have 2 holiday price packs for you to put into your reserves for a secure future or to share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in 10 cans. And the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy tote bags. Now, for a limited time, when you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on your entire order. Call now, 800-409-5633, or visit them at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
I want to cover this first, then I'm getting into the economy with the Madoff suicide, Arkansas, the big military developments around the world, the Russians shipping 1,800 anti-aircraft high-tech missiles to Venezuela. We've got India protesting U.S. frisking of top diplomats. I mean, people just won't come here. Other people haven't been drinking fluoride and watching 10 hours of TV a day. And, having uranium put in their drinking water, as the government admits they do, to sterilize the population. And they go, you're going to stick your hands under my blouse? You're going to stick your hand in my pants? You're going to frisk pilots who are trusted to fly the plane? No, I'm not coming to your country. We're like, but Nazi Germany's good. We love the army on the streets. And people are like, well, that's like Guatemala. Or that's like Nigeria or Indonesia during a coup or something. We don't want to go there. That's scary. It's land of the free, man. You don't like it? We got face scanning cameras. We got red light cameras. We got transponders. We got license plate readers. But our borders are wide open, too. The government's trying to fight the drugs when they're not caught shipping them in. I'm sorry. It's just so painful to watch this country being sucked into a black hole of oblivion. But I wanted to get to this first because we've talked about Anwar al-Awlaki being the admitted CIA operative, hanging out at the Pentagon, the #1 active operative of al-Qaeda,
He's behind the underwear. He's behind the shoe bomber. He's behind the Christmas Day guy that we already mentioned. He's behind the Fort Hood. He's now reportedly might be behind the latest patsy. And what's happening is the government has open immigration for people from Somalia, people from Sudan, people from all of these countries that are known to have basically the equivalent of Muslim hillbillies who really do want to kill the great Satan. They don't understand the great Satan is the banking cartel that runs our nation and use it as its own front. But their own countries are run by their own mini Satans, with their corrupt mullahs and people who are all about Allah and being pious, but then have their own sex slaves, back at the palace. I mean, the corruption of the Muslim states is legendary. Of course, the corruption of every country is legendary. That's the fallen nature of man. But they bring these people in, they protect them, and before I get into the Stockholm blast here, before I cover that, I just realized there's a type of a pun here, or not even so much of a pun. We have Stockholm Syndrome with our abusive government. That's where people that are kidnapped or abused end up loving and admiring and worshiping their abusers. Some weak-minded people have a, survival mechanism. It's particularly found in women. Not that women are bad or weak, but physically weaker. So it's a way to kind of grovel and, sell your abusers on being nice to you. But that won't work with this military-industrial complex. It's like in Goldfinger. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. They don't want us to just be slaves. Life isn't just cheap. We're seen as garbage, and the globalists want to take out the garbage. They want to get rid of us. So police probe Stockholm blast as act of terrorism. Bomber believed to be foreign sports student. A Muslim foreign student with some type of scholarship blew themselves up in a car. And they believe the bomb detonated before they got to where they wanted to go. And that's about right. I mean, if you're going to find a real terrorist to attack, it's going to be badly coordinated. It's going to be idiotic. It's going to be mindless. It's going to be low intensity, asymmetrical. So Al-Qaeda, the best Al-Qaeda can do, goes from devastating attacks, NORAD standing down, aircraft from hundreds and hundreds of miles away with their transponders off, by line of sight, know how to fly into a major city and T-bone a tiny target comparatively, not once but twice. And all these top pilots on record go, I couldn't do that. But these guys who'd never flown a big plane and that couldn't even get a Cessna off the ground, the flight school in Florida said, Muhammad Atta just threw a fit and couldn't even get the plane off the ground, lied about his credentials just months before. Magically, they could do it. So, again, if you believe in the tooth fairy and things like that, you buy into it. But they go from these incredible attacks, but not just incredible attacks, incredible passports. Everything is magic in the official story to believe it. I mean, Rumpelstiltskin level fairy tale. Emperor has no clothes. The passport, not one but two, come out of their clothes, through the fireball, unscathed, fall in the dust. And not one but two were found by the FBI that day, and all that chaos and several feet of dust and millions of pieces of paper flying around. Magically, they find them. But again, official story. I'm sure the government wouldn't lie to us. They care about us. There's all those videos on the news of get back, they're going to blow up Building 7, but let's just ignore that. Or the molten steel, the firefighters talking about bombs, or Barry Jennings, the deputy head of emergency management in New York, talking about it, but he died right after he spoke out. That was convenient. But let's just ignore all of that, of course. They go from these incredibly high-tech, James Bond couldn't carry this out. I mean, this is incredible. Can't get Cessnas off the ground, but they can do this. To now, they can't light their shoes on fire. Anybody who has a brain knows plastic explosive doesn't light. It does not detonate. You could throw plastic explosive in a fire and it would not blow up. It's designed to be safely used and triggered by electricity. But, hey, this bomber, somebody gives him plastic explosive, he tries to light it. Turns out the government gives it to him, helps him get on the plane. Same thing with the underwear bomber. He